But let me in fact bring in my colleague Disha Shah, who is joining us from Mumbai. Disha, the state of Maharashtra was one of those swing states. This is where the Bharatiya Janata Party had won a lot of seats in 2019, but things seem to have changed pretty dramatically according to the leads that have come in. Tell us what's happening in the state of Maharashtra, where the politics has become extremely complicated.
Well, absolutely. If you talk about the overall early trends, NDA is winning or taking a lead. But if you talk about Maharashtra, it's the other way around. NDA is losing as per the early trends. Out of 48 seats, the NDA has managed to win about 20, whereas MVA, which is the Uddhav Thackeray-led alliance, is leading with about 26 or 27 seats. So this is something which is quite significant, because remember, the exit polls had predicted something else. The exit polls had predicted that it will be the NDA alliance which will win or lead here in Maharashtra, but the early trends have different numbers. If we also talk about certain key candidates which are leading, we'll talk about Nitin Gadkari in Nagpur, who is leading by a margin of more than 50 to 60,000 votes. We have Supriya Sule from NCP, who is leading in Baramati, Piyush Goyal from Mumbai North constituency, Arvind Sawant from Mumbai South constituency. We also have Balwant Wankhede from the Amravati constituency, and currently we are looking at a very tough battle in the North, Mumbai North Central constituency, between the Shiv Sena-led Uddhav Thackeray faction and the Congress, which is Sanjay Dina Patil, as well as Mihir Kotecha. So this is something which is very interesting here to see the early trends that have been really predicted. And like you rightly pointed out, Maharashtra always has been known as a swing state. We have seen the party split. In 2019, BJP had won the maximum 23 seats when it was an alliance with the Shiv Sena. Then they had won 18. So this time around, the scenario has completely changed. Even as we speak, we are not really witnessing a lot of celebration like how, we have seen at other locations. We are here at the BJP headquarters, which was really full with people in 2019 at this point in time. But right now you are looking at a very sort of a slow movement here and across all the party offices, because they really want the exact results to come in and settle at this point in time. Absolutely
indeed, Disha, because Maharashtra is such a crucial state. The BJP is leading only in 13 seats at this moment, and it is the Congress and its allies, that seems to have in fact stolen the show there as things stand. And my colleague Idris is also joining us from Srinagar. Idris, this is a crucial election for the people in Jammu and Kashmir. This is the first time that they are voting since 2019, since the abrogation of Article 370. Tell us what is happening on the ground at this moment.
74 is round ke total hai 269. I mean that.
Well, Salah, what is surprising is that both the chief ministers, former chief ministers of Jammu and Kashmir, Umar Abdullah as well as Mehbooba Mufti, are trailing. Starting from the North Kashmir's Baramulla seat, Engineer Rashid, who is an independent candidate and has been languishing in the Tihar jail from many years, is leading there with above 50,000 votes. Umar Abdullah is the second person there, and Sajad Lone at the third number. So it's going to be a very tough fight for National Conference as Vice President Umar Abdullah to win that seat, looking at the numbers at the moment. If we talk about the South Kashmir's Anantnag seat, it's a very difficult competition for Mehbooba Mufti, as National Conference's Mia Altaf is way ahead with over 1 lakh vote. He's leading on that seat. So it's very difficult for Mehbooba now to win that seat. Very bleak chances on that. But looking at the Srinagar seat, the National Conference again leading Aga Ruhullah, who's the candidate from Srinagar, is leading with a huge margin. The second candidate from Srinagar is from PDP's Wahid Para, who's also trailing behind with a huge margin. So overall, Kashmir region, it seems that National Conference very easily going to win the 2 seats, one in Srinagar and one in Anantnag, while as it's going to be a tough fight for Umar Abdullah in North Kashmir. If we talk about Jammu region, there are 2 seats in Jammu region, and the Jammu seat seems to be an easy win for BJP, as they are also also leading by over a lakh and a half votes in the Jammu constituency. The Jugal Kishore is the candidate there, and he seems to be winning that seat. If we talk about Udhampur seat, Dr. Jitendra Singh is leading at the moment, but there is a very little difference between him and the India Alliance candidate Lal Singh, and anything can happen on that seat. But at the moment, Dr. Jitendra Singh seems to be winning that seat. If we talk about Ladakh region, there is one seat in Ladakh region as well, and at the moment there's an independent candidate who was earlier associated with the National Conference is leading. Haji Hanifa is his name. He's leading, and it seems that he will also have an easy win as he's pinned against the India Alliance candidate who's trailing behind as well.
All right, Idris, Disha, Siddharth and Dharamjot, stay with us. We want to go to some political reactions coming in as the counting happens in India.
India Bloc is performing well right now. But like I said, this is only the beginning. The exit polls in the initial picture that was painted earlier is failing 100%. The lead that BJP has received in Mandi is commendable. The shame that the opposition tried to bring to the daughters of the country has not been welcomed in Mandi. This is my birthplace and I will thrive to serve the people here. I will work towards Prime Minister Modi's dream of development for all.
I feel that BJP will win all of 29 seats. This was the vision of the BJP in Madhya Pradesh. I would like to congratulate PM Modi and the state's Chief Minister Mohan Yadav from the bottom of my heart. And I want to extend my thanks to the voters of the state for changing this vision into reality.
The alliance consisting of Telugu Desam Party, BJP Party and Janasena Party, we are going to get a landslide victory in these elections.